I will go fastly on this one. You know that, of course, after 18 ohms, we are not the same person, so we are like a little bit tired after 18 ohms. So what we did was assessing the lower limb volume and the related perceived exertion according to a scale that is called Borg. And according to the Borg scale, it's interesting to notice that the people who were using 23mm mercury stockings were less tired than the ones who were using no stockings or stockings at 18mm mercury. So it seems that there is a threshold after which you start impacting your activity. We published this on International Angiology, and I will go briefly toward the end. So why golf? I was impressed by the fact that golf actually is associated with a low mortality, according to a very important study that was done by the Karolinska Institute. Golfers live more, that's reported in the literature actually. And golf offers you the possibility to go into a nice venue with people who are golfers and not golfers because you have the infrastructure to do that. They demonstrated that golf actually impacts the quality of life in people after stroke and their rehab ability, but there is nothing about venous return in golfers and in people who are attending this sport. And of course they are activating the calf pump quite a lot. We looked at PubMed, we saw that there is no literature about that, so we started investigating that and involving also the teachers of golf, because of course these people can just look at your swing while you're golfing, but if they know you very well, they can also talk about prevention. And these teachers, for example, spend 30 minutes on a one-to-one relationship with people. So now they are starting to talk about also venous awareness. So if you look at the paper we talked about before about the issues you have usually with these events, I do think we did quite well, because one-way communication is an issue and we solved it with this fact of having a direct relationship with the questioners. They were coming back to us, there was a feedback, and a contact with us. The participation, which is another issue, was pretty good over here, 241 people for every single event. Usually they say that the problem is having not so much an involvement of the elderly. You see that 10.9% were even older than 70 years old to these events. Scientific message has to be delivered in a proper way, they say in the literature when you're doing these events. We use, of course, layman's term, and the fact that the questionnaire improved up to 27.8% is quite a good result, I'd say. We increased the compliance with compression up to 41.8%. We had new users of compression stockings at 37.8%. There is a thing that we are seriously missing, how to select people to invite to these events. So the selection is still something we are missing. So where are we going?